We begin with a stark example of the toll the housing crisis is taking on families. Highway rest stops are no longer just for travelers passing through. Tonight, we hear from a father living at a Fraser Valley rest area with his toddler. Now he's more desperate than ever to find a permanent home. Here's CTV's Michelle Bernaro with our top story.
Rest stops have become makeshift trailer parks, permanent homes, and among those living in the RVs here is 44-year-old Chris and his 18-month-old boy.
He's all I care about, and that's going to be that way forever.
We first met Chris last February, camping in the same trailer with his partner Danielle, their son, and their dog.
I'm embarrassed. I hate it. I don't like it. But what other option do I have?
He says he and Danielle seem to be getting on their feet again when last month she suddenly died inside the trailer. He says while a coroner has not determined the cause, medical issues and drugs are believed factors.
I got to stay strong for my son because I know that there's going to be a lot more coming and a lot more hard times coming.
He says when you live at a rest stop, things most people take for granted, like a shower, mean catching a ride to a rec center instead.
Turning on an oven to make a pot of soup, or, turning a light on. I have to turn my generator to turn a light on. I need gas for the generator. I need butane for my stove to cook.
He says without a fixed address, he receives around $625 a month in social assistance and has been trying to get into subsidized housing for years.
I just want to be inside in a regular house that I grew up in. I want to give him the best chance to be the kid that he can be.
Chris moved here to the Cole Road rest area about 2 years ago, even before his son was born. He says their living situation is just another example of BC's housing crisis.
There's not a place on Craigslist right now that you can get for under $1,000. That's a bedroom.
It's absolutely heartbreaking anytime somebody finds themselves in an encampment or out of housing.
The housing minister says his government is working with Abbotsford to build more than 200 affordable homes.
We're quite frankly 2 years behind when it comes to building affordable housing in our communities.
Chris's ministry staff and outreach workers have promised housing help, but that so far nothing has changed. The minister, meanwhile, promising to have staff look into Chris's case.
We have consistently prioritized anyone with children, anyone that's pregnant. We know how important it is to get those folks stabilized.
As for Chris, he's grateful there's a park next door and he's got neighbors who help.
People will bring us food. People will bring us water.
As he tries to build a life for the son he's now raising alone.
Good boy, eh? Dad loves you.
Michelle Bernaro, CTV News, Abbotsford.